Good evening, Dato. Thank you for taking the time to participate with my interview. My name is Ashley. I am from UITM Agarkaja, and I am a mass communication student. So, for my assignment, I will be asking a few questions regarding your role as a permanent secretary.
Thank you, Ashley, and thank you for choosing me as one of your respondents. My name is Thomas Longidin. I'm the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Industrial Development, Entrepreneurship, and Transport, Sabah. This is my 34 years in service. My first appointment is as the Assistant Director with the State Establishment Office, and I have gone through many posting, and I've been assistant district officer for a few districts in Sabah, and now I've been also posted to the economic planning unit of Sabah, and currently, as I told you just now, I'm the permanent secretary of industrial development, entrepreneurship, and transport.
Okay, thank you so much for introducing your current position. Okay. Moving on, what are your main responsibilities as a permanent secretary?
As a permanent secretary, I'm heading the ministry in performing the tasks that given by the state. That is industrial development of the state. We want to make sure the state of Sabah will be an industrial state uh, within 15 years from now. Secondly, development of entrepreneurship means to say to scale up our entrepreneurs. And thirdly, looking into give a task to look into the development of the transportation here in Sabah.
I see. Okay. Um, the next question would be, what are some key projects or initiatives you are currently working on in Sabah?
Well, we have for these three tasks, I have three main projects that ongoing. One is for national development. We are now in the midst of uh, developing two industrial park. We call it Kota Bulut Industrial Park in Kota Bulut and the Blue Economy Industrial Park in Kudat. Whereas for entrepreneurship, now we are at the point of giving uh, grant in terms of machineries to scale up our entrepreneur here in Sabah. And the third one is to ensure that we'll have a better transportation here in Sabah. My ministry is currently preparing a study on the sustainability of to provide a master plan for transport, uh, a, a master plan of transport here in Sabah for the three mode of transportation, that is air, water, and our transportation of uh, including rail, um, goods, bus services, and other means of transportations here in Sabah.
See, okay. While working on these projects, did you face any challenges when you're managing all of these
Oh, of
projects?
course, because this project involved not only the ministry, but other ministries and other departments, including state and federal departments. And of course, we also uh, need to have an engagement with other organizations or other interest party, that is the some associations and of course NGOs. And of course, conflict will be happening, but most importantly is that a good uh, engagement with them is very important so that we can understand and can communicate what is their interest and our interest to make everything in order and smooth for implementations.
Okay. Aside from that, were there any conflicts and disagreements within these
Of
projects?
course, there's conflict and disagreement because uh, some of all of these departments have their own interests, have their own governance, and some of the NGO also have their own what we call these things to fight for. So conflict do happen, but conflict can be managed by sitting down, talk about the things, listening to each other, and most importantly, you need to be, you need to sacrifice, you need to, what we call that, yeah, need to uh, come to a conclusion where you agree to disagree.
Exactly. So within those problems, how did you actually overcome everything you went through?
Well, as the head of the organization, to me, engagement and constant understanding to each other, constant engagement, constant what we call these meetings, and need to be what we call that need to be initiated, and so that things can be you know can be handled, so that everyone will be happy and everyone come to a conclusion that we can have a win-win situations. And I believe with listening to each other, listening to someone, conflicts or whatever disagreement can be solved.
I see. Um, so from everything you've done and all the conflicts you've been through, have you learned anything from your experiences?
Oh yes, of course, definitely. Throughout my 34 years of service, I think most important thing is your commitments. You must be seen doing whatever you do with commitments, integrity, and of course, at the end of the day, is that you must deliver.
Thank you for that. Um, how do you prevent small disagreements from becoming bigger problems?
As I told you just now, meetings, engagement,
And
and talking,
understand.
hearing.
Um, other than that, how do you ensure fairness when handling disagreements between employers or departments?
Well, fairness is one of the key things that need to be understood. But sometimes you also need to uh, know that when you have this kind of discussion, conflicts, most important thing you must understand the, the subject matter, so that fairness can be what we call that uh, can prevail if everybody in the knowledge of the situations. So at the end of the day, as I said just now, if everyone listen to each other, give everyone to explain each other, then fairness will be prevail.
And lastly, what advice would you give students or young professionals about handling conflicts in the workplace?
To me, it's easy. Just work with full commitment, full integrity, and dedication. It will solve other things. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dato, for sharing your experience and insights. I truly appreciate your time and cooperation for this interview.
Thank you.